Hey, my name is Brittany Whitehead. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my journey with Young Living essential oils and my journey through wellness over the last few years. So first things first, I want you to get to know me a little bit. I am a registered nurse by trade, went to nursing school, graduated in 2012, and started out just on a basic med surg floor like a lot of nurses do, and then got into my dream job, which was labor and delivery at the time, and I'm still there almost 5 years later. So absolutely love what I do, and I've been able to deliver a bunch of babies, take care of a lot of moms, and really have a lot of joy doing God's work in that field. As far as being at home, my husband and I have been married for 6 years this coming October, and we've been together. We were high school sweethearts, so we've been together for about 13 years, and we have two beautiful little girls, Grace and Cora. They are 2.5 and 15 months and running all over the place like a toddler and a preschooler do, and just keeping us on our toes. So let me tell you about our wellness journey. We started kind of looking at our lifestyle and making small changes about 4 or so years ago. It wasn't long after we got married that we really wanted to just kind of do an overall wellness picture of our life and what we wanted it to look like as we, started a family and developed our dreams and our hopes and what we kind of wanted to do over the course of our lives and started setting those goals. So we looked at, we started on Dave Ramsey, got our budget in order, and started doing some more financially savvy things. We took a Mediterranean vacation and went on a cruise, which was our absolute dream honeymoon, about a year after we got married, and that was amazing. Around that time, we started trying to start a family, and we weren't having much success. So when my friend came up to me and started talking about essential oils, and I'd been hearing all the ways that people were using them on their kids and how they were helping them sleep and yada, 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 yada. If you've ever dealt with infertility, you know that hearing about kid troubles is something that is so painful, and just when you're at that point in your life, you get really bitter, and it's just not a good place to be. And I never want anyone to experience that pain, that suffering, primary, secondary infertility, whatever it is. It's something that I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. So when she was telling me about these oils, I was like, okay, great. What are they going to do for me in my kidless home? Because I'm barren and can't have a child. And just horrible attitude about it. So she started telling me about all the ways that I was going to use them. And I bit the bullet and jumped in. I was like, okay, if this can help me eliminate some toxins from my house, if this can help me, just balance my hormones and just continue this wellness journey that we had started with doing a Whole30, really changing our diet. And she started talking about the thieves cleaner and ditching all of the chemicals that we were cleaning with. So I was like, okay, I'll give this thing a shot. And if nothing else, Dave Ramsey's just going to be really mad at me because I spent $150 for no good reason. So I was bound to determine that I was going to learn how to use my oils, that I was going to really put these to work in our house because I didn't want to waste the money. I really wanted them to be beneficial. Essential oils can sit on your shelf and not change your lives. But if you use them, if you start digging in and applying them to the various needs that you have in your home, you're going to notice a benefit and you're going to make your investment worth it. So we started detoxifying. We did all of that. We were doing a great job. And fast forward about 16, 17 months, I was pregnant, and we had a 10-month-old daughter who was brought into our home through adoption, and we were just ecstatic. So it was a crazy point in our lives. We had really just started to notice the benefits that we were experiencing through living a more full, healthy life and eliminating the toxins from our home and balancing our hormones, and just, I know that it was all in God's timing, and I think that He really used essential oils to guide us through that time as we began being more educated about what was coming into our home. So fast forward to the end of the pregnancy, after Cora was born, I found myself in the depths of postpartum anxiety and depression, and really needed to start taking care of myself again. I was pouring everything into my family and my newborn, who was crying all the time, and we had breastfeeding problems, and we weren't sleeping because we had 2 babies at home, and it was just hard, y'all. If you've ever been there, moms, solidarity, find your tribe, have good support in your home and in your life, and take care of yourself. I am very passionate about just taking this self-care, this concept of self-care. And when I was so anxious to the point where I couldn't take my girls out of the house by myself, I was like, okay, something's got to give. So I started seeing a great counselor. I started using my oils more, and it wasn't long, maybe 6 months or so, we had some big life changes. We moved, and just things started turning around. I started noticing a difference again, how I could breathe, and I was able to be more functional, and just coming out of that 100 days of darkness, they say. The first 6 months with a newborn are just complete survival. So I've been there, mamas, and I'm here to tell you that the dark days do end, and the sun does come out again, and you start taking care of yourself again, and you start being conscious of what you're putting on your body, and what you're putting into your body, and what you are putting on your kids and your husbands, and you want that to be of the highest quality, the purest ingredients, and safe, ultimately safe. If I can prevent some pain, whether that's through infertility or some other disease or cancer or whatever circumstances that my kids might come up against in the future, if I can help take some of that burden off of them now by decreasing their chemical exposure, by decreasing their toxins that they're eating, that they're consuming, that they're getting on their body, I can't think of a greater responsibility as a mother. And it's why I'm so passionate about Young Living, and why I'm so passionate about their products. And I think everyone needs to know this information. Everyone needs to know how our environment is affecting our hormones and our reproductive development. And it's just important, you guys. It's so important. And I'm not going to stop talking about it until everyone has heard my message, and everyone is using oils, and everyone is just cleaning up what's in their products that they put on their skin every day. So I hope you all will join me on this journey, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to let me know.